Good evening and welcome. I'm waiting for some people to join in so that I can start my live. As I said, today's issue is a bit serious. I'm waiting for some people to join in and then I will start. Good evening and welcome. I'm waiting for a few more people to join in so that I can start. Well, let me start. Good evening and welcome to Nonsense Talk Live. I'm Pallab Ghosh with you. As I have mentioned, today's subject is neither politics, nor religion, nor any pseudo subject, but it concerns you and me, our households. To be precise, people in our family, in our house, women and elderly. And also this issue is not related to any of my friend or relatives. So I will just give you a brief introduction why I decided to do this live. It so happened that I went to Santoshpur to get some homeopathic medicine for me, and there actually I met this lady who was telling about this to another person, and initially of course I eavesdropped. We journalists do this to get the story, and then of course I interacted with her. Subsequently I will be telling you the story. One very important thing in this story is, I request you, after listening to the story, if you have faced this, you are facing this, then please come up. Please protest. Don't stay silent. Well, I will try to be as short as I can, and I will try to speak in Hindi as well as Bengali today because some people have requested me. To start with, I will just give you a brief introduction about the story. This lady in her mid-40s is separated from her in-laws and husband and stays in one of the posh locality of Salt Lake. I won't be naming the vicinity or the region, but actually it doesn't matter. It's totally material, because after listening to the story you will understand this kind of thing may happen to any city, any country, any region, any locality. And this is the reason I warn you, if this is happening, then please come up with your story. So, coming to the story, this lady stays with her father, who is an who is a senior citizen, and quite naturally they didn't want to initially discuss this with anybody, but then somehow they decided to discuss this with their neighbors or whatever. I don't know about that. Well, the story goes like this. This family was having some problem with their fridge, and they decided to call a mechanic. Now, being locked down and being such a grave situation, the local shops were not open, so she decided to scan through Google and find out a mechanic. and picked up a mechanic on the basis of the gradation or the comments. This mechanic comes to their house, repairs the fridge, and when her father was away, he tries to take liberty by talking filthy to this lady. She initially didn't take much of notice and avoided it. But things got worse actually when the fridge was repaired and it was kicking, and in an excuse to show the freezer was working or not, this guy calls the lady near the freezer and talks filthy to her. After this, of course, the lady understood and she started avoiding him, and for the first time it happened and he goes back. Again the fridge developed some problem and they called this mechanic. At this time, of course, this lady resisted, but her father, being totally unaware of this incident, and this, as things happen actually, these buggers are basically sweet talkers. So he had impressed her father. He comes, repairs the fridge, and this time he, on some pretext or the other, takes a stroll of the house, her room, and utters a couple of words which are totally derogatory. This lady totally understood the motive, and she said that wait and she will just pay and kick him out. Most objectionable part, the audacity of this mechanic, is actually here, and I will just tell you what happens. And this is very unprofessional. First, all the professionals on my page, on my list, please comment. How do you look at this incident as a professional, especially when there are dearth of job because of lockdown? Is this the way from a person who has been listed the best 3? Can you expect this? And how would you react to this? So this lady pays him and goes to close the door. So before closing the door, this guy tells her he will come again. And when this lady questions curtly that why should he come again, he says to have a look at the fridge because it may develop some problems. The lady says that if the fridge develops any problem, then she will call him. Why should he come without an intimation? To this man says he will come because he wants to see her. And before that, initially he had asked about her husband and asked, Dada ke dekhte pachhi na, means why I can't see your hubby being locked down. See the audacity. So when she says that she will call if need be, he says he will repair in such a way that the problem persists and you will have to call me after every short interval. This is not only objectionable, this is height of audacity. And this is why I decided to speak to you. Because I don't know if this is happening to somebody among you. I don't know if you are facing this. But if you are facing this, if you are going through such a situation, then please speak up. Don't stay silent. This is, I would put, 1, an exploitation. 2, nothing but a molestation. And 3, outraging the modesty of a woman. Rape is not always physical. These things are also rape. And these little things actually constitute to bigger incidents. This guy may stalk, this guy may copy, this guy may follow, this guy may molest, taking full liberty. So I told this lady also to rebut, to react. I tell you also, if you are facing this, and to the men in the household if they don't know about this, because often women don't discuss, they don't confide. If this is taking place, talk to them and report this. Talk to anybody you like. Report this to local police, report this to local administration, report this to local councillor, expose them on social media, report to whomever you feel like. But one thing you should do is make a mark, make a negative mark in Google where you have seen the comments, the recommendation. Because such type of people should be dealt in similar fashion. আপনাদের মধ্যে কেউ যদি এই ধরনের সমস্যা, এই ধরনের ঘটনা ফেস করে থাকে অথবা এই মুহূর্তে করছে, তাহলে দয়া করে চুপ করে থাকবেন না, প্রতিবাদ করুন। যাকে ইচ্ছে, যেখানে ইচ্ছে সেখানে প্রতিবাদ করুন। যার উপর বিশ্বাস, যার উপর আস্থা আছে সেখানে প্রতিবাদ করুন। যদি আপনার লোকাল কাউন্সিলরকে বললে মনে হয় কাজ হবে, বলুন। লোকাল পুলিশকে বললে কাজ হবে, বলুন। এমপি, এমএলএ, যাকে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে এক্সপোজ করলে কাজ হবে, বলুন। এই ধরনের ঘটনা অ্যাকচুয়ালি আরো অনেক বড় ঘটনাকে দেয়। আর সব থেকে বড় কথা, মহিলা এটাও বলল যে এই লোকটি এর পরিবার রয়েছে এবং যথেষ্ট বড় ছেলে মেয়ে রয়েছে, এবং মহিলা বারবার এটা বলছিল যার একটা কন্যা সন্তান রয়েছে সে কি করে এই ধরনের ব্যবহার করতে পারে। This person, this bugger is having a grown-up daughter and a son. So in spite of having a family, if these people can do such a thing, they may malign the dignity of relationship, but you should not keep quiet. You should protest and raise your voice. Don't stay silent. Please don't stay mum. Protest, raise your voice. मैं चंद शब्द अब हिंदी में बोलना चाहूंगा। आपने पूरी की पूरी स्टोरी सुन ली है। अगर आपके साथ भी ऐसा हादसा हो रहा हो, चाहे मैकेनिक हो, चाहे गैस वाला हो, चाहे कोई भी हो, पुरजोर आवाज उठाइए। जहां आपको लगता है आपकी आवाज सुनी जाएगी, जहां आपको लगता है आपकी आवाज को सुना जाएगा, आपकी आवाज को वजन मिलेगा, वहां आवाज उठाइए। अगर आपको लगता है लोकल काउंसलर आपकी बातें सुनेंगे, वहां जाइए। आपको लगता है पुलिस आपकी बातें सुनेगी, वहां जाइए। सोशल मीडिया में अगर आपको लगता है एक्सपोज करने से काम होगा, सोशल मीडिया में एक्सपोज करिए। मैंने आज ये पोस्ट कर दिया है, आप इसके नीचे अपने कमेंट्स करिए। मैं तहे दिल से आपका शुक्रगुजार रहूंगा अगर आप सिर्फ लाइक या हार्ट साइन ना देकर अपने बहुमूल्य कमेंट्स वहां लिखेंगे। I request you to comment, request you to react rather than just putting heart sign and like sign, because as I say, that gives the kick to do something better. And here it gives the kick to shout out to these predators. And as I said, these small things actually constitute to bigger things: stalkings, eve teasing, molestation, and of course rapes. আবারও বলছি, প্রতিবাদ করুন, কারণ এই ছোট ছোট জিনিসগুলো অনেক বড় আকার নেয় এবং এই ছোট ছোট জিনিসগুলোই আগে গিয়ে হেতাল পারেখের মতন কেস হয়ে যায়। ধনঞ্জয় সেখানে অপরাধী কিনা আমি আজকে সেই ব্যাপারে যাচ্ছি না, বিতর্কিত। To sum up, protest, raise your voice, because these small things becomes bigger, and these small things actually take shape of things like Hetal Parekh. I am not going into the nitty-gritty or the controversial aspects. If Dhananjay was the culprit, that's a separate issue, and I have enough on that. I can discuss at length on that. आखिर में सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूंगा, अगर आपको या आप इस तरह के किसी भी हादसे का शिकार हो रहे हो, ऐसे हादसे से गुजरे हो, तो आवाज उठाइए, क्योंकि सिर्फ आपकी आवाज इन लोगों को उनकी असलियत, उनकी औकात, जी हां, उनकी औकात दिखा सकेगी। और अगर आप चुप करके बैठे रहें तो यह चीज समाज में होता रहेगा, यह चीज कभी नहीं थमेगी। Raise your voice, protest. I have posted this. If you want, raise your voice. If you want, give your messages in private, but raise your voice. For heaven's sake, raise your voice. Protest. Don't stay silent. I leave you with this for today. I can't explain what I am going through after listening to this, because such things gives me the kick to work out as a journalist. On the other hand, it totally shatters me and fills me with shame and the courage to fight back. So if you want to fight, join hands and fight. That's all I had to say.